We're trying something different. We're going to be drawing my YouTube thumbnail for this week's video, which is the Pylon Imp, because I just had a compulsion to play an imp, as it has been a while. So I just sat here and thought to myself, you know what? We'll do an imp video. And the current time is 12:06 a.m. and for this first session of drawing, we will just be drawing for probably like 30 minutes or so, maybe not even that, as I'm tired. I have class in the morning, and I don't want to make this video agonizingly too long. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started. Now we've got our screenshot in so we can see what our good friend looks like. Which, I mean, mine looks different because I have different customizations on him, but we just need a general idea. So I usually try and think what would be funny, what would look funny. Maybe, what if he's like disguised alongside some other traffic cones? So nah. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Let's go a little more unhinged. Let's get rid of this traffic cone, and let's draw something just off the start. Just try and make him look as unhinged as possible, because he is an imp. And those fuckers are unhinged, I'll tell you what. Still recording, right? Yeah. And it's gotta have... This is just a sketch, so I can just kind of do whatever I want. Because that doesn't mean I have to follow it. It is just a sketch. Traffic cone. Oh, that looks fucked up. Looks like Doug Dimmadome hat, but you know what? It's fine. I know what I'm going for. I know what it looks like. We're still gonna fix it though, because it irks me. That looks better. Alright. Should we draw him shooting his guns, or should we just... What would be a good thumbnail for Pylon Imp? Maybe he could just be sitting alongside some other road cones. Maybe we'll go back to the original idea. Maybe eating a sandwich or something. How about that? Just looking all happy eating a sandwich. Let's see. It usually takes me a couple iterations to get the thumbnails right, because I'm not really sure what I want to go for at the start. We'll do like... Could do a brains sandwich to sort of stay on brand with the zombie theme, but I think it'd just be pretty funny just to give him a normal generic sandwich. Gonna bring that up some, like the knuckle line. There we go, looks better. Yeah, it's just a sketch, but I don't want to go too far off. Because if I don't go too far off, then it just saves me some time. Let's do some lettuce, maybe tomato, and then the bottom bun. Usually I try and think, I'm like, well, what do people think of the character when you draw them? Or not draw them, but what do people think of the character in the community? What's his torso look like? Okay, got a safety jacket. But I'm like, what do the community think of him sometimes? I'm like, the Pylon Imp, he slept on a lot, and even I, like, I might leave the edited part of my video and where I'm like, wow, this guy really is slept on, huh? Because he's a pretty good character, honestly. Like, aiming with him can be a little difficult for someone like me who doesn't aim when they play games and just kind of like, you know, I play Chomper for a reason, people, but he's got a tool belt. We'll move the pouch over. Oh, he's got two. He's got a hammer right in the middle, and he's got a pouch on. We'll put them right here. Well, maybe we'll leave the hammer out. It's because it kind of looked a little awkward just sitting there in the middle. So we'll just leave it out. Wait, I just now got a better idea than making him sit beside of some traffic cones. How about I make it look like he's sitting on a steel beam like those old construction workers used to do? And maybe I could have a plant in the background getting smacked with one. Or maybe blowing up on a pylon mine. That might be a little funny. So we'll just do something like this, just so I can just get an idea of what. Actually, what do they even look like? What is like is it? No, it wouldn't be. Yeah, I think this is right. I'll maybe look it up tomorrow. Or well, I guess I should say later today, because it is late in the day. I forgot his neck beard, even though it doesn't matter. It's just a sketch, but maybe it'll look funny. Yeah, that does look pretty funny. Does this have a stripe? I don't know, but it's gonna get one. Might not go in the final, because I'll. Well, actually, I can see. Yeah, it does. It does at the top, like right there. Okay. We'll move it up some. This seems about fine. Get rid of this one. And maybe we could have like a cliff here, maybe? Like a cliff. Some rocks. Or look like a land formation. Or maybe would a building look better? Maybe a building would look better. What does a pylon mine look like? I don't know, but we'll just do this for now, just to make it look like a little pylon mine. I can't remember what it actually looks like. And we'll draw this chomper like this. Because, well, I like putting chomper in my thumbnails because I feel like he can be very expressive with his, like, because, I mean, Chomper's got a more normal mouth. I mean, I could do something like just a citron, maybe like kind of surprised like that. Can't forget about his eye piercing. See, I could do a citron, but oh no, it just doesn't look as funny as the chomper. I mean, it can look funny if I really put some time into it. But, or it's late, and I'm tired. We'll roll with the chomper for now. We'll scale him down some, because he's like huge in comparison to this. Let's scale you down some, buddy. That looks about right for what we're trying to do. Maybe we should move him closer to the mine, just so it looks more like he's about to step on it. Could even maybe raise one of his legs up. One of his leaves, I should say. Raise one of his leaves up. Need to make this look better. There we go. We'll just get rid of the ground while we're at it. Or, well, we'll get rid of this right here, just so I can move him and scale him around in peace. He kind of looks a little like Count Chocula with the headpiece. And we'll just do like that. Alright, And then for the background, since we usually just blur it, oh, I forgot. I'm just gonna put them on. I'm still debating on if I should do a cliff or like a building. We'll do a building. I need to get some practice with doing buildings. What do the zombie buildings even look like? I could look one up, but you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's on model or not. You can do a little window right here. It's a zombie looking up, maybe. Maybe. The zombie might not stay in. And it might just have like a normal window there. Maybe make it seem like it's gonna explode. I could make the spines shoot straight out like that, or I could just do a more curved spine. Look, front one's too big, but it's just a sketch, so we'll leave it. And now let's just go ahead and start. We'll work on some of the line art tonight. I'll mainly focus on big fellow right here, this imp. We'll go with him first. I could have some Spotify playing in the background, but I don't want to get copyrighted, so we won't. Something I do is, like, the pen that I was using to sketch is a pen that I downloaded off of the Clip Studio store, which is the program that I use. And the pen I use to just draw is just a standard G pen. And then I also use the turnip pen to sort of like fill in sometimes, as well as the normal Milli pen marker. I just use those to fill in, but yeah. Alright, so first things first, I should draw his body first, probably. What's his shirt look like? It's just sleeves, the metal looking ring around it, and 2 black diagonal stripes going down. So we'll just do something like this. I tend to add a lot of details. Can't forget the elbow pads. We'll just be sketching in this first section. I don't really want to color it tonight, as I'm going to try and give myself a little extra sleep, because I've been working a lot on some school projects. And we'll do this just so whenever we overlay the head on top of it, I forgot to do this. Whenever you put the head on top of it, it won't look janky. And what did the pouch look like? Just a normal standard work pouch. So we'll do this. Hang it over some. I don't do a lot of zooming in and stuff like this when I'm drawing, even though I probably should. I try to just keep the scope as large as I can see it. I don't know, I just like that better than just zooming in like crazy. Personally, that's just me though. That's a little sloppy. Let's back up some. I'll take the, I'll answer some questions on, like, or maybe not questions, but I'll just talk about some stuff on drawing this. Like, for example, see some of you asking me to use the chomp cannon in the next, oh, Just maybe not the next time I make a video on Chomp, but just to use the Chomp cannon. And yeah, sure, I'll do it. Because it's been a while since I forgot it's not on a different layer. Do I want to different layer it? No. I'm lazy, so we'll just do this. Bring this across, because since the sandwich is going to be on another layer. Well, maybe we should. I'll just do the sandwich on this layer. Usually I do like multiple layers for my projects. This is something you shouldn't do. Like if you draw, well, I'm sure you know this already, but don't do what I'm doing. Draw with different layers. Oh, I'm pressing shift instead of control. Depends on the project if I will. That line looks a little blurry. Let me mess with this. Strong, medium, weak. I just do this. Huh. Not sure which one of this looks better. Kind of like that, but let's zoom out and see what it looks like. Maybe it just looks weird up close. I don't know, but we'll just ignore it for now and just keep it there. Lettuce. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. There's some that I've liked. Like I've really gotten into mushrooms recently. I'll give them like egg maybe. I think what egg sort of looks like on a sandwich because I usually just eat it. I don't think about what it looks like. It looks good. What a tasty sandwich. Draw the knuckles coming down. And we'll do this to sort of act like his arm going back a little bit. Oh, that's a little too far zoomed out. Yeah, looks good. Draw his pants coming down here a little more. Should probably make his legs shorter to make him look more like an imp. Well, his legs are pretty much microscopic, but they do still come down. Oh wait. Pants come all the way down to where you don't even see his legs. Okay, well that makes this a little easier. Should I draw the shoes like this? He had knee pads on, right? Yeah, he did. He also has a little side looking pocket right there. We'll just ignore it for now though. Because I'm drawing in my own style. I'm not trying to replicate it one to one. But I need to know what his shoes look like. Are they just standard zombie? Yeah, they are. Just standard zombie shoes. So we'll erase the sole right here. And we'll add this. The bottom of the shoe. And we'll just add like an extra layer like that. There we go. That looks fine. I'm gonna rework on this though. Okay, I like that better. Now let's go to this leg. Be doing the same thing on this side that we did on that. Bring it up, make sure it doesn't go into the sandwich. I want to see where you can see the pouch leaning over right here. I don't know about that. How about and make this come down more. Like that, so it comes off camera. And so you can't even see all of these like minor details in the actual thumbnail drawing, but it's just something that I want to fix for myself. I usually zoom out and look. I need to turn down the size of that eraser, but I'll usually like zoom out and see what it looks like most of the time. Let's make that sleeve come in like this. Maybe we'll lay it more over his arm. I think that looks, or I think that sounds better. You're not sure. I don't know if, I don't think clothes fold like that. That's something that I need to do as an artist, is I need to study people more. Because I know that you guys have seen the vampire lady that I made on this channel from a while ago. She still doesn't have a name, because I don't know what to name her. But, and now we'll turn, no, we won't turn it off. We'll just lower the opacity. Last thing I'm going to do is the head on this guy. Always name your layers, by the way. So we'll do body, and we'll do head. Alright. And for the main head, we'll just try and keep a similar expression. It doesn't have to be the same, because I'll usually make changes on the spot to what the expression is. Might need to raise his head up some, just so it doesn't overlap with the sandwich. Hence why I keep the layer visible. And we'll do the earmuffs and the hat on a separate layer. So we'll make this come forward like that. Do this. Now we have our eyes. Need to make them bigger so they're visible on the thumbnail. I thought I was looking at it from afar. That looks good. Now we'll draw his teeth. How many teeth does he have? It's just 4. Every zombie has 4 teeth, I'm pretty sure. And that's just what I do in my style anyways. Now the question is, should I make him be spitting? I'll make it look like it's more in his mouth. Should I make him be spitting at food? Maybe? Now let's turn the opacity of this all the way back up. Yep, that looks good. Now for the body, we'll go back and we'll add his little metal looking thing that he's got. And I also need to add the stripes. I'll add the stripes when I do the colors, because they don't need to directly be on it. But now on this layer, we'll just do the hat. And we'll do the headphones, whatever they're called. Yeah, they're headphones. As you can tell, I'm obviously a college student. I know exactly what I'm talking about, which is nothing but a bold-faced lie. Actually, how many stripes does he have? I'll just worry about adding that later. And then we'll go ahead and, what do the earmuffs look like? Just one black ring with this. It's got some kind of logo on the side, but it doesn't really matter. You go all the way around his head, I assume, as earmuffs would. So we'll draw them like that. Draw them out like this. And let's draw it back like that. Or maybe we'll make it look like it's going around his head more. Yeah, like that. That looks good. And that's the line art for the imp. We can do what he's sitting on real quick. That won't take too long. Need to make sure to keep them named. So beam and hat. And now I'll just go. I'm probably gonna zoom in a little bit for this one. Let me make sure I'm as close to the side as I can possibly get, like that. And we'll just go from here. Oh, not if I hit my arm on my chair. Here to here. Down. Out. No. I'm not gonna redo that whole thing, 'cause I think the first part came out fine. So we'll just give it some dimension like that. I'll make it look more like a steel beam when I color it, maybe. Or as close to a steel beam as it can get. I don't actually know what it looks like when I attach the rope to them. So we'll just go ahead and stop here for the first recording, or first part of this recording, which is currently 12:33 a.m. So how long did that take us? Like 30 minutes maybe? But that's also just because I was going a whole lot slower. Like, I'm sure I could have knocked this out a whole lot faster, but I'm taking my time. I'm enjoying it, especially since I'm talking too. So yeah, we're gonna make sure, well, it is saved, but make sure you always save your stuff. So I'll start recording some more tomorrow, and we'll finish it tomorrow. Alright everybody, we're back. Almost 12 hours later. Went to bed, got up, went to class, came back, and now, hopefully, we can finish this before my next class. Just so... I'm trying to think. Maybe I should redo the arm. Kind of looks a little strange. I think maybe I should. Well, that's the beam. So let's go back to the body. Let's work on this. Won't make his hand go down as far. Maybe I'll make his elbow go down a little more. Let's sketch it out. Maybe, but I don't know. Let's mess with the hand a little more. This is about as much as it comes down to on there, so we'll make the bread extend a little more this way, and we'll patch this up some. Might just need to get rid of these, just get them out of the way, or at least shave them down some like that until I can. Let's angle this a little differently. If we angle it more forward like this and draw this out more. Let's just get rid of all the folds and stuff, just so I can see better exactly what I'm looking at. Let's do this. How's that? Maybe. And now we'll draw it like this. This needs to be brought down some. Something like that. Yeah, that looks better. Well, It looks more natural. Doesn't look as out of place. And we'll just go ahead and fix these. And do that. Just got an email. Just from school about something. And now we'll draw this up. Alright, well. There you go. Looks a little more natural now. Doesn't look as out of place. I'll have to touch this up some. Maybe dial the line thickness back a little bit. Let's not do as much pressure. Yeah. That looks fine. Alright. Now we'll move on to our good friend the chomper over here. Need to draw the building first. There's a straight line. We'll draw the window. The question is, do I want to leave the zombie in it? I feel like it might be funny, but I could also slap the logo here. So I think I'll leave it out. I feel like it'll be fine without it. Or it'll be fine without the zombie. Because if I put the logo here, it'd be about this big, maybe. So you could, well, maybe not that big, maybe a little more. Probably about the size of this, sort of. We'll see when we get to it. But it's the building. So next we need to look up a reference for what the pylon mine looks like. So we'll see. Pylon mine PvZ. I just need to see what it looks like. Okay. Huh. Alright, well, that's simple. It's a traffic cone with like a metal mouth, eyes. Alright. That's the building. We'll just make it part of the building. Give it the metal mouth. Were its eyes angry? Nope, they were just normal. And go down like that. Wrong tab. And it's just a mine sticking out of the top. Yep. Were those nose holes? They might have been, but I'll just leave them out. There you go. Pylon mine. Now we gotta draw Chomper. He'll be on a separate layer though. Need to move it behind this. And see, since that'll be filled up with color, it can go underneath the line a little bit. Gotta draw the bottom part of his stem. Gotta draw the two vines. I won't draw the thorns on him. How does this look? I'll draw the gun. Now while that is funny, the question is, does it look better than just the other one? I usually give Chomper 5 spikes when I draw him, because that's how he looks in Neighborville. He has 5 spikes, and I feel like it just like fits on his head a little better. But I don't know, I just feel like the odd number looks better than the even 4. There we go. There's our good chomper friend. Alright. Well, I think that's it with like the standard line art. So now, we can move on to the coloring. So I'll have to pull up a picture of the Pylon Imp. But now, we'll have to separate these so we can color them. I always make just copies. Sometimes I'll use the paint bucket tool to just sort of like fill in, and I'll go back over I'll go back over it after with a marker. And since I have it where it like detects the other layers, I'll need to turn off whatever I'm not coloring right now. So we'll just start with the body first, just because it's the most simple thing. So it's just color picker, yellow, base body. There's that, this. Is it like that on his legs too? Well, it turns into an orange gradient down towards the bottom. I don't think the pants separate. It doesn't look like they do, so I won't separate them. But I'll just remember on the reference layer that it turns orange. And we'll go to the zombie default that I have. I could color pick from the image, but then it won't usually give me the same color. If I go to this wheel, you'll see it's a bunch of different variables in color. Like if I did this, that just doesn't look all that great. And it's like the texturing on the skin. But now if I pick like probably at the brightest point right there, that still doesn't look like as much like what I like it. So I just go with the PvZ 2 color palette, which is this, and for the shadows they use a darker version of that same color. And that's usually just what I do most of the time. His sleeves are just straight up orange, so we'll just color pick the orange. And shoes are just black and gray, right? Yeah, so we won't even color pick. We'll just do this, and is it darker on the bottom? Yes. I'll just look, not an exact black, but just dark enough. And just the lightest part on this, he's got the almost black knee pads. Are they black? Yeah. His elbow pads are gray though, so we'll just do a darker gray for both of them just to keep design consistency. And I say that, but then I didn't attach this, so we're gonna do this, and then on the, wait a minute, I drew it on the wrong layer. Oh, that's fine. Well, let's go back and we'll fix the mistake. Just color pick. We just need to erase all this. Now I'm on the wrong layer again. Alright. Well, let's just bump the eraser up. It's not too big, is it? It was too big. Alright, well, always make sure what layer you're on. That's the moral of the story. So, yellow, 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 yellow. Zombie color palette. Bam, 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 bam. A full dark gray and darker. It's almost the exact same colors. It's not going to make a huge difference. And now, lightest color here. we need the orange again from his shirt. We'll grab, no, this one's a little more light. The other one's more harsher of an orange. And then we need just whatever kind of color grade this is. That works. Alright. I need the sandwich. Bread. Gotta make the crust a little darker. And now we need the lettuce. Just a nice bright green. For tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes in real life. I don't eat many vegetables anyways, but I really do not like tomatoes. I like pizza sauce and like the stuff that tomatoes are made out of, but I just don't like tomatoes. And now, turnip in. We'll turn the size down. I wouldn't want to like fill in here because it just kind of looked a little strange. And I'll have to go back and fix this some. Oh, picked a darker shade somehow. Make sure this looks fine. Do this. Make sure if we see any white spots that are left over from using the color pick, yeah, see like that. We need to go over them. Let's do this because it's part of the orange underneath. And there is his body, except for some more white spots, but I'll just fix those up probably off camera. But yeah, right now that's fine. So now we will move on to the head. Just the zombie color palette coming in clutch again. Oh, let's probably get off the body copy. There we go. And now for inside the mouth, we'll do this. And for the tongue, this color. And for the teeth, the darker of the two yellows that we have on here. And for the eyes, the brighter. And, well, there's the head. And now, I need the hat. I need to turn the head on for this one. Or at least the colored version. Nah, we'll turn it on when we work on the earmuffs. But yeah, let's go here. Grab this orange. Might be a little... No, that's fine. I thought it was going to look a little harsh, but it doesn't. I need this yellow. And we'll just fill that whole thing in, because since the rest of it's black, whenever we put on a clipping mask, that's when we'll worry about it. Okay. This is black, right? Or is that just a really dark brown? I'm just going to assume it's black, so we'll just do this. Not exactly black, because you don't want to make it pure black, because then it'll blend with the lines. I mean, you obviously easily can. Like, you don't have to take my advice. I'm not a professional artist. These kind of have like a soft gradient on them, it looks. But I'm not a professional artist. I just do this for fun. Like, well, not for fun. I love art, and it's what I'm going to school for. Well, not exactly. I'm in the digital media program. This is a brighter yellow than what I just did on that, yep. And it went outside the lines a little bit, so we'll do that. And well, I didn't need to turn on the head for that. And once we turn all of it on, there's our good friend, the Pylon Imp. Oh, I forgot to add one of his most like crucial parts. Where's his head? Here it is. The neck beard. Should I use a textured pen? It doesn't look textured, it's just straight lines out like this. The image is just fuzzy. So for the head, we'll just... that one's a little too big. Let's do it like this so you can see it a little easier. We won't make it go like off his body until the sides over here. Just add a bunch of hairs. Well, there we go. And we'll just save the rest of it for the other thing, the clipping mask. Now we need the beam copy. It's gonna make it a dark red like this. And I don't know what color they make the things that hold them up, so we'll just make it gray for the good building in the back. Need to turn the chopper off while we do the building. Could make it like a brick building, but nah. So stand up. Still on the beam copy. Okay. See, I didn't name these, which is what you want to do. You really should name them. I'm just kind of going off of most buildings. Well, a lot of buildings are gray. So we'll just do something like that. Maybe make the window panes a little darker. Make it seem like it's inside the room. Sort of like that. That works. And then we need to color the pylon mine. So we'll grab the orange from him. We'll go to the mine. We'll do this. I think his eyes were white. Or were they... that looks white with a little bit of a glow. So we'll just do white, white. And then gray. We'll get the turnip pin in here. And what color was the thing on top? Yellow. Okay. So like, it looks like more like this. Yeah, that looks about right. Alright. And we got the chomper left. And then that's done with the base colors. And I need to get to the chomper color set that I have made. And, oh, wrong layer. There we go. And we'll just fill him out. Because since I already know what colors he uses, I don't really need to go do color picking and stuff. Since I have a palette, I could make a palette for all the zombies, but I'm also just kind of lazy, and I don't really think I need to, because since a lot of them share the same skin tone, or well, in my drawings, some, well actually no, they do in the game too, I'm pretty sure, is that most of them share the same skin tone. His gums are always this really bright color, and in some of my old ones you can see, what color is his tongue again? I think it was this. Yeah, I think that's the color of his tongue. And then we need to color his teeth, which is this, oh, accidentally color filled the edge. Alright, and once we fix this noticeable white spot, that might be it. Other than on some of the leaves, like this one down here, this one under him, this one right there. Yeah, looks fine. So now we can move on to the clipping masks, which is where I'll add some of these. We'll just go ahead and start with Chompers since we're on him. Now what I usually do here is I switch my circle tool and I will do this. I'll make perfect circles on him, just so it saves me some time when I'm drawing a spot. Sometimes I do them by hand, but if I'm on like a time crunch like I am this week, this is usually how I'll do it. And try and give him a lot. Alright, and now we switch over to the spot color and turnip pin. And since I have it selected, it won't go beyond what is selected, which means that I can paint over however much I want to with this, but nothing's gonna happen because it's selected. And I let go of it, boom, perfect spots. We'll also do, sometimes I'll grab the color and make it darker like this, and then other times I'll have it in the color palette. Like this one's really dark, but this is the one that I usually use for whenever it's like a shadow. And for the leaves, we have this one. And see, since that one's in the back, I want it to look like it's just the edge right here. So like, let's say the light source is coming from this direction. Then, it can make it look like you can just barely see like the outline of the leaf. Sort of. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't usually explain my thought process, and that's kind of like, just because I don't really talk to, well, I don't talk to people while I'm doing my art. Because you don't color the mouth, because I think the mouth is fine. Like, and sometimes I even forget to put like the black rings on the chomper's tongue, which he has. It looks like an earthworm. And here, I just have a random pattern that I do for the pink on his spikes. Why does that pink look so weird? Is that not the normal pink that I use? It might be this one, and I mixed it up with that. Yes, yes it is. Okay, because that's the spike pink. It's alright though. We'll just do this. It's you don't have to be on model all the time. It's okay to do what you want with your own art, because the way that you interpret a character is up to you. It doesn't matter, like, if you're completely, like I said, on model with them or not. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Interpret the character how you want to interpret them. Alright, well, I'll just go over, oh, what's that? Let's go over with black right here. Oh, we're still on the turnip pen. I should probably switch back to the G pen. Let's do this for the leaves. Let's go down here. Leaves. He usually has more intricate like designs on the leaves, but I usually don't do them, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, well, there's our good chompy friend. I usually don't draw the saliva unless he's kind of like meant to look menacing a little bit, I guess, sort of. But I usually don't draw it. Now, we'll just start on the imp. Clipping mask. Clip. Alright, and now, how many stripes does he have? Big thick one, second thick one. Is that 3 and then 4? It looks like it maybe. So we'll just do this. I'm on the G pen. Let's go to the turnip pen. Well, I'm on the textured pen. What am I doing? Just one of those days. You could go down here where you can see it. And then we'll make it seem like it goes up there. We'll make it come from the back here. Go there. Go here. Go up. And yeah, we'll just draw the two, and we'll just do the orange gradient down here. I'm assuming he changes pants. Maybe I should look it up before I fully settle. Can't really tell in any of these images. Huh. Well, here's some concept art. That's helpful. Doesn't look like, it looks like the same thing. Just with the gradient towards the bottom to look more orange. This is helpful. This is really helpful. It's nice to know that it doesn't go all the way there at the back too, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to do that for our drawing. It's alright how it is. So now we need a gradient sort of, so we're going to do a soft orange. It's fine if I cover the straps a little bit like that, because then we can take our eraser and we can go back, shrink it some, and you can just go over what we don't want to be orange, and boom, look, no more orange. Oh, I forgot to put the strap that goes around his leg on that other one. But we'll go into the main body layer. We'll go all the way to black, go down. First line's a little too thick, so we'll do it like this. Color pick this, and we'll just color over it. Actually, no. I have a better idea. Let's go into the layer right here and do this. Oh, there we go. It's not as orange as I would like it to be here at the bottom, so I'm going to go to my more recent colors. Here it is. And we're going to lower the size of this, and we're going to go over it like this, make it more orange. I'll just use the eraser tool to get rid of this other stuff that I don't want. Like when it goes onto the shoe right there. Bye bye orange, bye bye orange, bye bye orange. Alright. There we go. That looks about right. Well, as right as it can be. I'm not going for 100% accuracy because it doesn't matter to me at the end of the day if it's 100% accurate, because that's just my interpretation of drawing him. But now we'll do a separate layer for his colors. I didn't do that for Chomper, but since this guy's got gradients and other patterns, I'm going to do a different layer for his colors. So we'll just take this darker, turn it pin underneath like so. I do hard shadows because soft shadows, I don't know, I just don't care for them all that much. Alright, I need a darker of this. Well, if I wasn't on the eraser. Alright, make it go up. Easy fix. Alright, there's some of the shadows on our fellow. Back to the zombie default, the shadow, the arm. Let me save real quick. I saw it lag right there and that made me nervous. Don't want it to crash on me and me lose all this work. More shadows. We'll put some on his fingers right here. Just follow some. And there's some orange on the pouch. There we go. Alright, and now we'll get a darker color of the pouch. We'll go across it. Looks good. At least good enough for me. I don't really think we need to. We'll shade underneath him on the pillar, but now we need a darker version of this orange to go over the shadows, just to make it look like the wrinkles continue on just a little more. Alright. And we need to do the sandwich. I almost forgot about it. Let's grab this darker. Make some of the leaves look like they're coming out. Get this egg. We'll make it, we'll just speckle it a little bit. Since scrambled eggs look speckled, we'll get the dark version, or we'll just get the darkness of the crust and we'll just speckle it a little bit on the bread. Just so it has some texture on it. And then we'll get, and we'll dark it a little more. Give this some texture on it too. Alright. Well, there's the body of our good friend the Pylon Imp, so now we'll do his head. Head shouldn't be too bad. Do this. Grab the zombie shadow. And since the pylon's not part of his head, I can do this. And I always just do it like rough at the start, just because it doesn't really matter, because I can always go back and touch up what I'm not happy with. You have full control over your work as an artist, unless somebody is paying you to do it. Then if you're going to make like a change, then you obviously, like, what the client wants is what the client wants. It's like when I was helping my friend do some Twitch emotes for his channel. He didn't ever like tell me I needed to correct anything. He liked how they were. And then we'll make the tongue a little darker underneath. Like that. And we'll just bring it up some. Alright. Well, we'll make some eye circles, sort of. Alright. And a little bit of a shadow from that. Well, there's the Pylon Imp's head. Some of the shadows and stuff might change. Like, this is a little sloppy right here. There we go. That looks better. Some of these might change before the video comes out, but I'll see. They probably won't, though. I'll probably just leave them how they are. Let's make a couple small more tweaks. Maybe we won't make this go out as far. Alright. Looks good. Now we'll move on to the final part, which is the hat. Well, for him, it's the final part. And we'll grab this, since I'm not going to do a full solid black, and we'll just go across it with the turnip pen. And then after this, we'll have to go back and do a layer of lighter colors. This had like a white strip on it like this, from what I remember in the concept art. So we'll just put it on both sides like that. And I feel like that honestly kind of looks fine. Just a little darker for this. Get this edge. Alright. Well, he looks good by my standards, other than making another layer of it being a little brighter. We need to get color picker, go a little wider. That's a little hard to see, so we'll make it even brighter. There we go, something like that. Make it go here. Just to give the inclination that it's sort of like, or just to imply that it curves. We'll do this and draw this more down. Yeah, like that. Maybe we'll tighten this up just a little bit. Because you want it to obviously look like it's curved. And I think that looks good. I need to get some here. They're already pretty light, and we can't go much lighter. We'll just do something like that. And for this, can't really do much on that. It's already about as bright as it'll go, so we'll just leave it alone. Go back down to the head. I feel like the head doesn't really need any. I think the head's fine. We'll leave that later though, just in case I change my mind. Alright, now for the body. Do this. Oh, I don't have it saved. I think just a tad smidgen brighter. Go along the side like this. Alright. I usually just do the edge of it, so that looks fine. Don't need to do any more than that, really. We'll do it here on this side, make it come down some. Make up his fingers. And now we'll do the sleeve. I did a little too much, but I can just erase it right there. You know, let's go on this layer. Is that what this one is? No, it's this one. Okay, this is the shadow layer. So let's remove this and just leave it like that. Or maybe I should, you know what? Let's get rid of the darker shadows on that side altogether. Come here, grab this, move back up to that layer, and we'll just make it go in like this. The darker side. And we'll grab the light version, go down. We'll make it this. Okay. We need to do it on this side too, I almost forgot. Looks fine for that. This one doesn't need to change, or well, yeah, maybe. We'll stop it at the gradient there. Can't forget about the leather pouches. Alright, well, that looks fine. I think I'm happy with that. Now for the steel beam, we'll just make it a soft. No, we won't do soft. We'll just color pick this, make it dark. Where's the milli pen? Make it go brighter like this, and just sit it underneath them like that. So now it looks like he's sitting on it because there's a shadow. Alright. He looks good. Now we didn't do lighter on the chomper, so we'll just go ahead and worry about that. Actually, no, we'll just do it now while I'm thinking about it. Do not want to forget. Bring this brighter some. Not the milli pen, turnip pen. We'll reduce size a little bit since he's a smaller drawing. Alright. Don't do much on Chomper just because he's usually fine. Yeah, you cannot see the difference in that at all, so we'll go brighter. Something like this. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Go back up here and grab this lighter color so you can put it on the stem. That's the what? I don't know where that came from, because that's not the color that I grabbed, but it works, I guess. Not really, but there we go. Need to also grab this darker one and put it on the underneath of him, right here. Alright. Also do some lines to make it look like the stem is textured, which it is. And I usually just don't texture it, but yeah, he looks good now. I need to fill this in, actually. Let's do a bright yellow. Could do white. But we'll just keep it on yellow. Alright, now we need to do the building. And then we should be done. It's only been like 30 minutes, huh? Usually my drawings take a little longer than this. I'm kind of surprised. That's the building. Okay, I could not remember what it was. And to give the building some texture, we'll just grab this, make it darker. Could make it look like bricks, but I don't know if I want to do that. And this just kind of looks a little strange. And maybe we'll... no. Could just leave it this flat color. Don't know how I feel about that. Definitely need to do the lighter side on this building right here. What layer am I on? Oh. I was just on the standard color layer. Well, now what am I doing? Oh, I just didn't clip it. Okay. I just created a whole new layer when I didn't need to. Now it's clipped. Okay, there we go. That solves the issue. Millie pen. We'll do this. Let's make it a straight up point. Straight up. There we go. We'll grab this, make it a little brighter just to sort of look like you can, maybe brighter than that, but just so you can sort of like see that the window has like a glare from light. I don't know if I really need to texture the building. I always could. But do I need to? Probably not. What building would the texture even have? We'll do something. We could just make it seem like it's shiny and metal with this white strip going across. So you know what, we'll just leave it like that. But we can't forget about this. Cannot forget to texture this. Where's the darker shade on this? Because they're the same. We're here. Can't even see some of this stuff on the YouTube video, but I still do it for me. Because I really wish YouTube's thumbnails were better. Alright. Need to make this bright. I can make it glow a little bit. But I think I'm alright. Alright. Well, now I just need a background for it. So, I'm going to go look for one of the PvZ maps background. We'll go ahead and close this, and yeah, I'm going to go look for background. We have found our picture, and it is the train park from Zombopolis. which is my favorite map in Garden Warfare 2. Just scale it up like this, look back. We need to make it the very last thing in the hierarchy so you can see it. Alright, and now we will rasterize it. And now we can put a filter on it. So we'll put blur, Gaussian, blur. I can make it however blurry I want. Like, it's not even discernible at this point. Or I can make it not blurry, or in like the slightest bit blurry. But I usually go not for 14, that's a little too much. Usually from like the 5 to 10 is usually what I go for. So you can still make the map out in the background. I thought about doing Zombopolis, like, or not Zomb, but like the inner city of Zombopolis. So I was like, you know what, let's do this. So now, I'm not done yet. I still gotta import the Garden Warfare 2 logo, and what I also do is now, this is where I will grab images, or not images, but this is where I will grab a copy of the colored layer. It doesn't have to be the colored layer, but it probably should be. I just feel like it works better. And we'll go to layer, selection from layer, create selection. And see, now he's outlined. And what I'm going to do now is go to edit, outline selection, draw outside. I could draw inside, which you can't see what it looks like. I could draw on the border, or I could draw outside. And I can change if I want it to be like, I can change how I want it to expand. And I can also change the line width. I usually go for 4 just because it creates a nice thick white outline so you can see exactly what is meant to be seen and what's highlighted in the scene. So I make sure that's Chopper. That's all his stuff that comes with him. So this will be the building. Yep. So now we're going to duplicate this, go down, put it here. I always put everything on the bottom. Going to layer, selection from layer, create selection, and we just repeat this. And see, look, nice white outline. And now here's where it might get a little complicated when I'm doing it. Well, not complicated, but it's just a little extra work. I just make a copy of each layer that he is on. Body copy 2, hat copy 2. And then head copy, duplicate, and I'll put them in order. We'll start here and we'll merge down, merge with layered below, and then we'll merge with layered below again. And what I really could do, which I might do, is I could just outline him. But I'm going to do it with the beam as well. So we're going to make a copy of the beam. Here we go, up. Alright, no, we're not going to go up. We're going to leave it how it is. We're going to bring this down. Oh, I'm not trying to rename it. I'm trying to drag it down here. And we just need to merge with layer below. Bring them down. We're going to bring it as far down as we possibly can, just like the other layers, and we're just going to do the same thing, selection from layer. See, now all of it's selected, and there won't be a line between him, because if I would have just done the imp, then there would have been a white line going here on the bottom of him, and would have came up like this, but now it's around the whole thing. And now we're just missing one important part, which is the Garden Warfare 2 logo. Okay, yeah, I had to make sure my USB device was in, so now I'm going to go to YouTube videos, bigger, badder PvZ logo, drag this to the top so it's over everything. There it is. We can resize it later, or we can do it now. I usually just do it now. Put it in the bottom corner. Or I could try it over here. But then it covers up the imp, and he's kind of, and then this, yeah. bottom left corner is the best spot. You usually want to try and like plan this stuff out ahead of time of like what corner. Well, you don't even have to put the logo in. In some of my videos, I'll put the logo right here where the chomper's at, and I'll put the art on the left, like with Sonic Fighters and the Friday the 13th and the Texas Chainsaw video. But you don't have to. It's just, you don't even have to put the logo in there. It's just, I feel like if you put the logo in there, it's just better, and people will know exactly what you're playing sometimes, because sometimes people just don't read the titles and they'll just be like, oh, video on blank. And yeah, and here is our completed thumbnail for Saturday's video on the Pylon Imp. And if you've watched this far, or even if you watch this at all, I thank you very much. I haven't done a video like this, and it's certainly an interesting experience and honestly, I'd like to do it again. Maybe not anytime soon, but for sure in the future. I feel like it'd be fun to do it again. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Or well, I guess I'll see you Friday or Saturday for the Pylon Imp video if you watch it. So yeah, see ya.